Hi, I'm Ryan Van Duzor, presenting here at Bricks Cascade, and this year, one of my favorite fish. One of the reasons I moved to the Pacific Northwest was to get to know this steelhead. It's an incredible fish, um, and it really represents the Pacific Northwest. It's also much like last year, my coral reef. The steelhead is doing not so well, primarily because of what humans have done, right? So I want to bring attention again to an animal that a lot of people don't even realize is in danger. So I just, again, my passion. I love fishing. I love fish. I love marine biology. They all come together again for this steelhead build. So I think it turned out pretty great. I wanted to motorize it this year, but didn't quite get time for that. But
No, it is a great build. It's like instantly recognizable there. So talk about your design process with that and kind of where you started with the build.
absolutely. So I wanted to motorize it from the beginning. So it's actually all Technic underneath, Technic lift arms, and it has a crazy amount of movement in the build. So it's a hollow build. And then I knew I wanted the scales. That was an integral part, is using these new tiles to make scales. And then it was just finding the big things like the fins. This old Ninja set had these plastic wings that were anyway. So those were
From the old like late '90s Ninja sets.
absolutely way old school. So that was it. As soon as I found those, I'm like, okay, those fins are done. The pectoral and pelvic fins. And then the tail fin, the caudal fin, was the next. Like, okay, how do I? This has to look right. It has to look cool. So I started using those flat silver swords, connecting them together. I tried some new techniques with droid arms. You know me and droid arms. So I don't know. It just came together. It has that look. It had the color. The big thing here is I wanted it to have some sparkle to it. They call steelhead chromers. When they come in, they're fresh, bright chrome fish. So I wanted some of that to come through in this build. And the flat silver helps definitely with that.
Yeah, you got that little detailing on the outside, even with a lot of those just like one by one pieces, the rounded pieces, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as those came out, I thought fish scales, right? That was like, and that's just me. I'm just obsessed with fish. So I immediately started acquiring as many of those as I could because I knew I'd need a lot for this build. Yeah, I think it worked. It's looks good to me at least.
Yeah, and the nice little base you created for it there with like kind of little pebbles and stones.
Yeah, so that's I wanted a base, but it actually ended up being an engineering situation. So because I wanted the fish suspended, I had to figure out how to support all this weight. It's really top heavy, so I had to build this Technic lift arm structure, and then the base is so wide to help offset this really top heavy. So, it adds a little, I think, to it, a little terrain. Yeah.
Sure, and you won best sculpture as well. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm always, when I build something, I'm always amazed that other people love it as much as me. I mean, I did this for me. I had to do this. So, but to see other people really love it and appreciate it is amazing.
And we should also mention another fantastic build you've got right here. So explain to us what this build is.
So this is my Atlantic Puffin. I'll tell you a little story because it's got a fun story. So if you know Star Wars and you know The Last Jedi, they have the porgs, okay? So when they were filming on Octo Island and a few of those places where they put the porgs, there were puffins everywhere. And they were nesting all over those islands. So instead of CGIing them, they created the porg. So I decided I'm going to make a puffin that is based on the porg Lego set. So I used the same internal structure, but rebuilt the whole thing right into the puffin. Again, another bird that has had some serious trouble with climate change finding food. So I hate to always bring an environmental message, but I can't help it. The things I love are in danger. So.
Yeah, and they're two excellent builds, so I'm so glad we could feature them here at Bricks Cascade, and we'll make sure to put a link to your build from last year, which was also fantastic, in the description, so if people haven't seen that, they can check out some of your other work. But thank you once again, Ryan, for bringing these builds out to the show.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you talking to me.